Everybody, we're here today. Wow, Lord downloaded this on December 1st to me, early morning hours. Haven't been able to get around to making a video till today, but it's a good thing because I got a link to share with you. Hopefully it will be posted in my description box below the video here. Wow, I'll talk about that at the end of this little thing. Let's get into it. Whoa, it looks like the title's The Beast. Well, that's not the whole title. There it is. We're already in the belly of the beast. Yes, we are. Of course, all the scriptures are coming from the Son of Man Bible, the module for eSword Bible program. You can get it over at BibleSport.com or WordModules.com. On Bible Sport, you do a search for Unlock Literal Bible 9 and then scroll down. On Word Modules, you do a search for the Son of Man Bible and then scroll down. Download them, install them into that software. You will enjoy it. Exodus 13:14 through 16. When your son asks you later, what does this mean? Then you are to tell him, it was by a strong hand that Yahuwah brought us up from Egypt, from the house of slavery. When Pharaoh stubbornly refused to let us go, Yahuwah killed all the firstborn in the land of Egypt, both the firstborn of people and the firstborn of animals. That is why I sacrifice to Yahuwah the firstborn male of every animal, and why I buy back the firstborn of my sons. This will become a reminder on your hands and a reminder on your forehead. Take note. Reminder on your hands, your forehead. But he's not really talking about the physical, okay? These are hard issues. For it was by a strong hand Yahuwah brought us out of Egypt. Deuteronomy 6:1 through 9. Now these are the commandments, statutes, and decrees that Yahuwah your Almighty has commanded me to teach you, so that you might keep them in the land that you are going over the Jordan to possess, so that you might honor Yahuwah your Almighty, so as to keep all his statutes, commandments that I am commanding you, your sons, and your sons' sons, all the days of your lives, so that your days may be prolonged. Therefore listen to them, Israel, and keep them, so that it may go well with you, so that you may greatly multiply in a land flowing with milk and honey, as Yahuwah, the Almighty of your fathers, has promised you would do. Listen, Israel, Yahuwah is our Almighty, Yahuwah alone. You will love Yahuwah your Almighty with all your heart, with all your soul, with all your might. The words that I am commanding you today will be in your heart. Heart issue, folks. Inside. And you will diligently teach them to your children. You will talk about them when you sit in your house, when you walk on the road, when you lie down, and when you get up. You will tie them as a sign upon your hand, and they will serve as frontlets between your eyes. You will write them on the doorposts of your house and your gates. Of course, that's the doorposts of your heart. These are things to be put into your mind, your heart, your soul, your spirit, the word of the living God. Deuteronomy 11:16 through 20. Pay attention to yourself so that your heart is not deceived, and you turn aside and worship other gods and bow down to them, so that the anger of Yahuwah is not kindled against you, so that he does not shut up the heavens, so that there will be no rain, and the land will not yield its fruit, so that you perish quickly from off the good land that Yahuwah is giving you. Therefore lay up these words of mine in your heart and soul. Bind them as a sign on your hand, and let them be as frontlets between your eyes. Again, he means get it into your heart, get it into your spirit, your soul. You will teach them to your children and talk about them when you sit in your house, when you walk on the road, when you lie down, and when you get up. You will write them on the doorposts of your house and on your city gates. Folks, I hope you understand we need to have the word inside of us, deep in your spirit, so it comes out when you need the sword of the Spirit. Revelation 13:15 through 17. It, the second beast, was permitted to give breath to the beast's image, so that the image would even speak and cause all who refused to worship the beast to be killed. It also forced everyone, unimportant and mighty, rich and poor, free and slave, in order to give them a mark on the right hand or on the forehead. Oh, is this a physical mark? Possibly, but maybe not. Maybe it's more than that. It was impossible for anyone to buy, sell, trade, or barter unless they had the mark of the beast, that is, the number representing its name. Sure, it could easily be some technological little gizmo you're going to get stuck in your skin if you want it, but it's probably something you have to do with your mind. Whose label, whose mark is on your heart and mind? We are the proverbial frog in the kettle of water, with the temperature being slowly, but now quickly, turned up hotter and hotter, and we are about to be boiled to death. Why? Because of our lusts, our greed, our covetousness, our materialism, our consumerism, our sin. We want the world more than we want Yahuwah and his life-giving word. We don't want to live by his statutes and commandments. We think and believe we are smarter than the devil. We think we can get through this life without living righteously. Well, think again. Nobody gets out of this world alive. Do you understand that Yahuwah did not mean for the Hebrews to literally write little scripture passages and put them in phylacteries and hang them on their foreheads? He meant for them to read, study, and learn, to internalize his word and ways so we can teach our children, and then we can all live with him and for him in his kingdom. It's a spiritual matter, folks. He doesn't care whether or not you have a little mezuzah nailed to your front doorpost. He wants you to have his word nailed into your heart and mind so you can live in righteousness now, today, in this evil world. Please read all of Exodus 13, Deuteronomy 6 and 11, and Revelation 13. Get the context, for all these passages are related, believe it or not. Exodus and Deuteronomy help us interpret Revelation 13. John the Revelator may not only mean a physical chip implanted into your hand or your forehead, or a tattoo, or a barcode, or any of that technological stuff. He may mean you are simply agreeing to all the terms and conditions and corporate policies of the world's beast system in order to buy your junk and your groceries. The first and second beast want your consent. Ta-da! Wouldn't that work in a courtroom case? Sure it would. He's building a legal case, just like the Father has a legal case against him. People, we are already chipped up with debit and credit cards, driver's licenses. I haven't seen student ID cards or veteran ID cards or health cards or anything like that yet, but I bet they're moving towards a chip-based system of tracking. Do you understand that the physical chips are not the main issue? When the Bible talks about statutes and commandments, it's talking about reading, studying, learning, and agreeing to submit to and obey our Almighty Divine One, Yahuwah, from our hearts and minds. From your forehead, your mind, your heart, your hands doing the righteous acts of the saints. Your good deeds come out of your heart, but you do them with your hands, right? Yahuwah wants your consent to submit to and obey him, to follow him, to die to your own selfish self. And that's, of course, I'm preaching to myself here. You have to agree to his covenant to enter into his covenant. It is voluntary. He won't force you. The beast system won't force you either. It is just a simple choice of your will. But that choice, we're making those choices every day now, folks. When you sign up to another social media website or a banking website or a stock trading website, you are agreeing to all their policies, terms, and conditions of operation. You are giving your consent. You are agreeing to submit to and obey their authority over you in regard to that company. So, what about your driver's license? Mine isn't chipped yet that I know of. I'm just a hologram so far. A national ID is coming, and that's probably going to lead to an international ID, numbered and chip card, or just that chip they're going to want to stick in your hand or in your head. What about your social security number? What about your birth certificate number? How about your immigration and citizenship certificates? Folks, all these things are probably numbered, and it's for tracking you. Folks, we're numbered, papered, tracked, processed, and controlled by an evil beast system right now today, already. We're already in the belly of the beast. We've already been sucked into the beast system. We may get sucked in further to the anti-Messiah's beast system if we don't wake up and begin to elevate Yahuwah's word, commandments, statutes, and ordinances in our life today. Today is the day to choose which side you're on. It's the bottom line. The hard issue is whether or not we will agree with, consent to, submit to, and obey the devil himself as he is revealed to us in this anti-Messiah beast system that is closing in on us every nanosecond of every day. If we are already deceived spiritually and being totally mind-controlled and manipulated by a worldly, beastly system today, what are we going to do next year in 2019 when the stuff really hits the fan? What will be your red line? What will cause you not to take the mark of the beast? Do you live by Master Yahushua's word or the world system words? The mark of the beast that is coming will be so easy, so simple, so extremely convenient. Who will resist? Do you know why you would want to resist? Do you know how to resist? Do you have the inner strength to resist? Do you have a spiritual backbone? There will be a great app for the coming beast system that will take you straight to hell, and you will enjoy the ride with your personal AI assistant leading you by your stupid smartphone until you are plopped right into the middle of the lake of fire and are exterminated for all eternity. Well, at least you won't be numbered and tracked anymore. Happy unholy days, folks. That came to me on the 1st, but this was posted on the 3rd, which is what, yesterday? Microsoft and MasterCard are in a partnership now. This link, I will try to have this link posted below this video. They are agreeing together to work towards, believe it or not, digital identity for the masses. They know how many people are not identified digitally. They know there's over 1 billion women and children and refugees type folks all over the world that are still not digitally identified. Oh, I bet there's more than 1 billion people. I bet there's a couple billion people. But they're after everybody. They want everybody chipped, papered, tracked. It's serious, folks. It's time to wake up, learn how to resist. If you have a weak will, you might want to practice resisting the system, the beast system that's upon us already. You can resist by getting off some goofy social media sites. You can resist by, I won't name them because I'll get you in trouble. Anything you try to do against the system today is going to get you in trouble. It will cost you. So if you're a disciple of the King, Yahusha, you need to sit down and figure, can I pay the price? Well, ultimately, we're all going to pay the ultimate price. We're going to be martyred here if we live long enough. We are going to be forced out of the system simply by the choice of saying, I don't want to be part of the system anymore. I don't want this chip and tracking. I don't want to use your system anymore. And by that, and especially when the day comes where they eliminate cash and where it's nothing but a digital system, we are going to be forced out of the system completely if you want to follow Yahusha automatically. And then you will have to trust Yahusha then. So it's a good idea to practice trusting him today so that you won't be in so much trouble. You don't want to starve to death. You don't want to die of thirst. I mean, come on. Learn to resist today. Grow a spine. Grow a spiritual spine. Get a backbone and learn to resist an evil system that hates you. The devil's time is short. Have you heard the news this week? Stuff's getting exciting, folks. Keep your eye on Israel. The Sanhedrin in Israel invited 70 nations over to their dedication of an altar that's being prepared for the next temple. Wow, folks. When they get this done, I think they're probably doing it over the whole 8-day Hanukkah feast, which is happening this week. And next week, don't be surprised if they don't do a red heifer. Maybe they'll do it this week. Red heifer offering and cleanse and purify and sanctify and set apart the priests. And maybe they'll even pick a high priest. And maybe next week or within the next couple of weeks or a month, you might see some sacrificing beginning in Israel. They don't need the temple up to begin sacrificing. All they got to do is get this altar dedicated to Yahuwah. And that's what they're doing this week, 2018, Hanukkah week in Israel. You better keep your eye on Israel, because once these sacrifices start, it's going to stir up all kinds of animal rights activists, the UN, the Islamic world, and everybody else is probably going to come against them. So it's going to start. So we're getting so close to the final 7 years, folks, and I am so sorry we're not raptured, but it'd be nice if we were, wouldn't it? All right, you guys have a great day, but keep your eye on Israel. Keep an eye on what's going on over there. They have their first red heifer. You know, you probably heard that news too. I hope you did. The first red heifer actually born in Israel, certified by the priests. They're ready to go, folks. Are you ready to stand? All right, we'll talk to you again soon. Take care. Love you all. Bye-bye. You have a good Hanukkah. Bye-bye.